We saw so many people that loved Amelia's bubble braid and wanted to know how to do it. So she was finally in a better mood, and I bribed her a little bit with a movie so she would sit still and let me do it again so we could videotape it and show you guys exactly how we did it this time. For this hairstyle, you're going to need a hairbrush, a fine-tooth comb, preferably one with a rat tail end, and some tiny elastics. I started by putting a little bit of detangler on her hair, brushing it until I had most of the rats out, then finishing it up with a small tooth comb to make sure it was as tangle-free as possible. To start the style, I sectioned off the very top part of her hair. About 2 inches above her ear, I did a straight line back up toward the top of her crown. Do the same part on the other side, then make sure you have it combed back as good as you possibly can. Then put in one of those tiny elastics, going around the hair as many times as possible to ensure the elastic is nice and tight. The tighter the elastic is, the better this hairstyle is going to do. Now either clip that first pony out of the way or have your child hold it while you do the next one. Go down about another inch and section off this part of the hair on both sides. Again, put it into an elastic, going around as many times as possible to ensure that it is nice and tight. Make sure you're brushing it out or using that comb to keep everything nice, smooth, and tangle-free as you work. Again, hand that section of hair to the child or clip it out of the way and repeat the process for the third time. The only difference on this one is before you put in the elastic, pull down that first and second section of hair. Now take the first section of hair and split it in half. Put one half on one side of the second pony and the other half on the other side of the second pony. It should be evenly split right down the middle with the second pony sticking out in between the two halves. Now take that second pony and pull it back up to the top, either clip it back down or have your child hold it again. Brush everything out, then gather those two sections of the first pony with the third pony that you still have in your hand and secure it with one of those tiny elastics. Again, make sure you wrap it around as many times as you can so you have a nice, tight pony. And I'm going to show you again just so you know you did it correctly, as we're going to be repeating this process the rest of the way. Make sure that first pony is split evenly over the second pony, then pull the second pony up out of the way, pull the first pony that is now split into two sections, combine those sections back together and add them to the third pony that is already in your hand, and smooth it all out, secure it with an elastic, and you're ready for the next step. Once that elastic is secured, take that pony, hand it to your child or clip it up out of the way, and move on to your fourth pony. Now from here on, you're just going to be repeating that same process over and over again. So section off another little section of hair. You can break this down into as many ponies as you want. The more you have, the cuter it looks. So I tried to add in as many as I could. So gather that fourth pony into your hand, pull down the second and the third ponies, split the second pony over the third pony, evenly place it on either side, take the third pony, clip it out of the way or hand it to your child, put both sections back together and add them to the fourth pony that is already in your hand. Then secure it with one of those small elastics. Now that you're at the base of the hair, grab that third pony, split it in half, wrap it around the fourth pony, set that one to the side by either clipping it or handing it to your child, and grab all the hair that is left on the head. Pull it all together and secure it with an elastic. Now that you've gathered up all of the hair, it's going to be just a little bit different. You're going to want to take the bottom ponytail and split it into half. Now take the top ponytail and split it into half. Take the top two halves and wrap it around the top half of the bottom pony. I feel like this sounds a little confusing, but hopefully by watching the video and seeing what I'm doing and hearing what I'm saying, it'll make sense. So you're just taking the bottom pony, splitting it into two, pulling that section aside and handing it to your child to hold on to. then securing the 2 splits from the ponytail above it with the bottom half of the under pony. Now take that piece of hair back from your child and repeat that process. Separate both of the ponies into 2 sections. Take the one section of the bottom pony and hand it back to your child, then put the other 3 sections together and secure them with an elastic. Now just continue this process over and over again until you either run out of hair or you decide to stop the pony. Once you're done with the very last layer, now it's time for the magic to happen. Starting from the bottom, you're going to want to go back to each layer and pancake it, which simply means you're pulling it to give it a softer, fluffier look. Work your way up to the top, and then you can move back and forth as many times as you want until it gets the look that you're going for. And once you get done pancaking, it should look something like this. This is our interpretation, so if yours looks different, that is perfectly okay.